Welcome to a presentation about who is the greatest NFL player of all time, brought to you by your neighborhood doctors. Please remember that we will cover the topic in general terms. Please consult your doctors for specific questions pertaining to you. An analogy for the greatest NFL player of all time is like a diamond in the rough. Just like a diamond, the greatest NFL player of all time is rare and precious. They have an extraordinary combination of skill, athleticism, and leadership that sets them apart from the rest. They are also incredibly resilient and have an unwavering commitment to excellence that makes them stand out from the crowd. Just like a diamond, they are truly one of a kind and will be remembered for generations to come. Symptoms of this condition include 1. An intense passion for the NFL and its players. 2. A strong desire to debate who is the greatest NFL player of all time. 3. An inability to come to a consensus on who is the greatest NFL player of all time. 4. A tendency to become overly emotional when discussing the topic. 5. A tendency to become defensive when challenged on their opinion. The greatest NFL player of all time is a subjective opinion, and it can vary depending on the individual's age, gender, and location. Generally speaking, younger generations tend to favor more recent players who have achieved success in the last decade or so. Older generations may favor players from the past who have achieved legendary status over their careers. Gender can also play a role in this opinion, as some male fans may prefer certain players over others due to their physicality or style of play. Location can also be a factor, as fans from certain regions may favor players from their area or team more than others. The cause of this condition is likely due to the patient's admiration for the NFL and their interest in the sport. The patient may have grown up watching the NFL and developed a strong connection to the players and teams. This connection could have led to an emotional attachment to certain players, which could explain why they believe one player is the greatest of all time. Additionally, the patient may have done extensive research on NFL players and teams, which could have further solidified their opinion. Treatment for this condition is simple. Watch some NFL games and decide for yourself who the greatest player of all time is. There are many great players to choose from, so it's important to take the time to watch some games and get a feel for each player's style and skill. You can also read up on the history of the NFL and learn about some of the most iconic players in the league. Once you have a better understanding of who these players are, you can make an informed decision about who you think is the greatest NFL player of all time. Prognosis. The greatest NFL player of all time is a subjective opinion and can vary depending on who you ask. However, many experts agreed that the greatest NFL player of all time is Jerry Rice. He holds numerous records, including most career receptions, most receiving yards, and most touchdowns. He was also a 3-time Super Bowl champion and was named to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2010. His legacy will continue to live on for generations to come. Thank you for listening to this presentation brought to you by Talking Raymond. For information, check us out retinally.com/info. Be safe. Love you.